Hi, this is Jaya. In this video, we shall see the summary of The Thought-Fox, a poem by Ted Hughes. This poem was first published in his debut collection, The Hawk in the Rain, in 1957. The speaker is Hughes himself. He sits alone during the dark quiet of a winter night, with his fingers poised over a blank page. A fox appears outside the window and makes a tentative but purposeful journey across the snow before leaping into the speaker's mind, at which point the page is printed and the poem is complete. This thought fox can be thought of as a metaphor for inspiration and creative thought, which seem to come from a mysterious place separate from the speaker's conscious mind. The poem proves the power of poetry to bring new worlds and creatures to vivid life on the page. The speaker sits alone in the middle of the night, surrounded by a forest that may or may not be in his imagination. He senses that something apart from himself is alive there as the clock ticks in the silence and his fingers hover over an empty page. He cannot see any stars through the window but feels that something is approaching him from the depths of the darkness, heading towards his isolated scene. A fox gently touches its cold nose to the twigs and leaves in the darkness. Its eyes scan its surroundings again and again from moment to moment. The fox leaves tidy paw prints in the snow as it makes its way between the trees. Its shadows trail behind it like an injured animal. The fox's body, however, moves confidently and purposefully through clearings in the forest. The fox's eyes widens, its green color becomes more intense and vivid as it concentrates on what's ahead until its scent suddenly becomes immediate and visceral and the fox enters the darkness of the speaker's mind. The speaker still cannot see any stars through the window. The clock is ticking and the poem has been written. Now let's read the poem. I imagine this midnight's moment forest. So he says, in my imagination, I'm thinking about a forest. I'm imagining a forest. Something else is alive. So he says, I'm alive and I'm sure that something else is also alive there. Beside the clock's loneliness and this blank page where my fingers move. So the only thing around me is the clock which is ticking, the blank page which is in front of me, and the pen which is being held in my fingers. Through the window, I see no star. So he says, when I peep out, I'm not able to see a star, meaning it is total darkness outside. Something more near, though deeper within darkness, is entering the loneliness. And he's saying, there is no one. I'm alone, but I feel that something is alive there. And that other living thing is entering into this darkness, into this loneliness. Cold delicately as the dark snow, a fox's nose touches twig, leaf. Two eyes serve a moment that now and again, now and now and now. So he says, I can feel a fox's nose touching the twig and the leaf. And the eyes of the fox, they keep moving and they keep looking around here, here, here. It is just so active. Sets neat prints into the snow between trees, and verily a lame shadow lies by stump and in hollow of a body that is bold to come. So he says the fox is stepping on the snow and it is moving between the trees, and I can see the shadow of the fox in that hollow place, and it is so bold that it is nearing me. Across clearings and I, a widening, deepening greenness, brilliantly concentratedly coming about its own business. Here he describes the fox's eye. He says, the eyes are wide, it is so deep and it is so green and it is so brilliant, and its full concentration is on its own business. Till with a sharp, hot sting of fox, it enters the dark hole of the head. And suddenly this fox enters into my head. The window is starless still. Everything is same. The window is still dark. The clock ticks. The clock is also ticking. But now that blank page is now a printed page because the poem is completed. And here ends the poem. If you have anything more to add on to what I've said, please write it in the comment box. Like the video, share it with your friends. And if you have not subscribed my channel, please subscribe and support. Thank you.